I'll count down for myself, actually. Yeah, that'll be good. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to episode 177 of the KBMOD podcast. It is February 15th, 2015, and it is a Sunday, as we always record this podcast on a Sunday. And guys, it's 2015. Can you believe it, man? Time flies. Yeah,
that's how long it's been since you've been on this fucking podcast.
Pretty much. I think so. Yeah, it's been a while. So, what's happening, everybody? It feels weird, man. I've been gone 2 weeks. I feel like I've been gone for like 6 months here.
I know.
What's happened? Did things happen while I was gone? Do you guys bond and like without me? And now
I moved. Brandon touched my wiener.
Okay.
Yeah, John has insane internet now.
I do. Yes, 500 down, 500 up. It's pretty nice.
So there you go. That happened. Did anything else happen?
Yeah, what else? I mean, come on, guys. 2 weeks. I expect stories. I expect, at the very least, Brandon, you had to have gone somewhere interesting. Because I
got
was
a
in
new French press, Scott.
Okay, here we go. That's good. That's great.
There you go.
Do you still have any of the good coffee I brought you, or did you go through all that already? That shit's fucking good, yeah.
I drank all that, and then I got some from Phil's, which is like my new thing. Phil's is my fucking jam.
It's not as good as fucking that fresh Kona, though. But Phil's is fucking great.
Phil's is great.
Fresh cocoa.
What was the occasion for that to get the French press? Wow.
My old one, I left full of coffee when I went home for 3 weeks for Christmas, and when I came back, it was all moldy. I thought I had cleaned it, and I just left it sitting on the counter. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's clean," and I left, and I came back. I was like, "That is definitely not clean," and it was just full of mold and disgusting. So I ended up just throwing it out because the mold was all like in the mesh. You know,
I'm sorry, I got to stop this. Does anybody have anything besides a French coffee press?
You're welcome.
That happened in the last 2 weeks.
So I got a new one.
All right.
Well, you missed my trip to Lake Tahoe story.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, this is good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you give me the give me the abridged, or is there an abridged version?
The abridged version is just that went to Lake Tahoe, I guess, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And what is normally like a 3.5 hour drive took about 8 hours, and ended with us having to buy chains to put on my tires and go through snow.
I saw the tweet about that. I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was not fun.
That is an adventure.
It was an adventure.
So this was going to Lake Tahoe though, just to get there. Was or coming back? Okay.
Yeah, it was and it was raining the whole time. Like going and coming, it was raining the entire drive. But going there, right when we were like 20 minutes away or 20 miles away, we had to go through this checkpoint and put on chains and all that, and we went through like a snowstorm. It was crazy.
How fast were you driving at any given time during the bad parts of the snowstorm?
Like 20 miles an hour.
Yep.
Because you can't drive faster than like 25 with chains on your car, or you'll like mess stuff up.
Good Lord, that is exciting.
That was exciting in some like not great ways.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that reminds me. I mean, it wasn't as quite as dire, but when Nick and I we just made a quick jaunt up to San Francisco that one weekend, and it was poor. It was like we were going to take the scenic route. We're going to take the PCH. We know it takes longer. Whatever. We want to see some stuff. So as we're going. We're getting ready to go on the PCH off of Malibu. We get all the way down there, and then they're like, nope, no access because it's been raining too much, so there was like problems with the road. So we lose an hour that way. We start going on another side route to try to pick up the PCH further down. We get on this side road where we're going like 25 miles an hour through the canyons, like for an hour and a half. We get to a policewoman who's in the road, and she's like, a tractor trailer drove up here accidentally, and they can't move it, so you got to go back. So we had to drive an hour and a half backwards the other way. So already the trip is starting out like, oh, this is not looking good. And then we finally get on the PCH, and by the time we do, it's getting later in the afternoon. It's getting dark, and then it starts raining, like pouring torrential rain and foggy. I don't know if you've ever been on the PCH, but those are not good conditions. And so basically we kind of did the same thing, Brandon. We're traveling like 25, 30 miles an hour for like 4 hours on the PCH during zero cell phone reception areas of it where it's just a total dead zone. And it ended up taking us 12 hours to get to San Francisco, which was supposed to be a road trip, so it wasn't like a huge deal. But anyway, It was not fun. Similarly,
those roads can be a little bit scary on the best of days.
Yeah, exactly. Like zero visibility, full fog. At one point, the only thing we could see were the reflectors in the road, and I was like, we're gonna have to open our door up and like look down directly because we're gonna die. Like I can't tell now. Anyway, yes, it was a romantic evening in San Francisco, Mark, indeed. But all right, well that's good. Well, let's talk about what we've been playing this week. Let's switch it up. Let's start with you, Dan, because I feel like we always do you last. Usually, you deserve to get done first.
Yeah,
okay?
do me first.
Number one.
Don't give me those sloppy seconds. I've basically been playing only NHL 15 like all week. Had some really, really fun streams. Won the Stanley Cup with one of the worst teams in the league.
Oh, nice. What difficulty did you play on?
I play on the highest difficulty.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's no small thing then.
Yeah, I found these Christian Antonio. I talked about this a little bit last week, but he linked me to this site where it's like a forum where these dudes just messed with the gameplay sliders in EA games or like NBA 2K15 and NHL and Madden and all that stuff, just to get the most realistic stats and conditions possible. And I was like, wow, I didn't know this existed. So I started using one of them, and we had some insanely fun, super hype games on stream with it. And it was pretty fun.
What team did you win that?
The Buffalo Sabres
are
dead last in the league right now, I believe, in real life.
Is that the one that still has? Do they have the packs like FIFA? Did we talk about this?
Yes,
that's
an Ultimate Team. Yeah,
still happening.
I don't play that because that mode feels like you're playing in mud compared to playing the
and you can't
player.
change the sliders and stuff. Like it's all set.
You could, but no one would wait for you to do so. So like you can get into the options menu before an online game, an Ultimate Team game, but like nobody will let you do that. Everyone just plays by whatever the default.
Yeah.
Plus, it would take like 10 to go through all of them and get it all set up. So, but yeah, it just feels. I don't know if it's not even lag. It's just I've talked about it before. It just feels there's just something about the online that makes it. I don't know if they cut the FPS in half and it's 30 instead of 60 online. Like I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't feel right. Comparatively. But so I'm into the second season with them. I played a bit of a game called Apotheon as well, which we talked about a little bit last week. It's a little 2D sort of Metroid Castlevania type game. Very fun, very cool. And what else? Oh, we played a shitload of Just Cause 2 multiplayer on Friday. Nice. On J-Man 100's free roam server. He gives us all VIP every time.
Oh yeah, J-Man's the man. Yeah.
So we played a shitload of that on Friday. Had some insane stuff, of course, as always with Just Cause 2. Some craziness happened. And I don't know, that's about it for games. I have not had much variety this past week. I'm kind of biding my time right now for March, where like every game and its mother is coming out in March. So.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't on the Evolve train. Like I just don't care about it.
Yeah, I haven't played that.
I had it on my Steam account. I didn't even know that.
I cannot find it.
Get it for like
about that game at all.
Yeah, it's not even. I have nothing against Evolve at all.
No. Except the DLC fucking.
Well, yeah, that's
$100 something dollars
insidious, already. The DLC plans, but like as far as a game, I have nothing against Evolve at all. I don't think it's bad or anything. I just have zero interest, man. Like
I feel the same way about it too. It just hasn't really piqued my interest. I feel like the concept's cool. I've watched a lot of gameplay of it though too. It does look fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'll take.
It's great with 5 people. It will be a good thing for extra life for us, for instance.
Yeah.
It's like very similar to Left 4 Dead in that like I don't like playing Left 4 Dead alone, but it's one of the most fun games to play with a group.
For sure.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So that was about it. And I got promoted at work at my regular job. So
congrats.
Cool.
You getting fat stacks then?
Probably not.
Okay.
So you get more work and more responsibilities, but not
more
dollars. That's great.
I'd still rather.
I love jobs.
Yes.
But Yeah, that's...
Yo, Tuzo, your cousin worked on Evolve, man. Dude, man. Hit me up, dude. Business email my Twitter, dude. Just hit me up.
Business email my Twitter.
You want to throw a crispy code in, man? Yeah, hit me up, dude. Thanks, man. Anyway, sorry, I don't mean to do business on the cast, but yeah, that sounds good. Are you playing Isaac anymore, Dan, or do you just...
I played it on the pre-show today. I actually play Isaac a lot offline because now you can just stop and pick up a run. So I'll just start, and then, you know, if I have to go do something, I'll just come back to it later. But I've also been trying to play CS a good amount to just casual to try and get the feel back. And it's actually been working, so
that's good.
Yeah. But yeah.
Alrighty, that's Dan. Blah, get to me.
I've actually been playing a surprising amount of Hearthstone recently. It was a game I thought I was finally done with, and I don't really know what the turning point was, but I just was like, hey, let's climb the ladder. And now after this morning playing, when I went to bed last night, I was ranked 9, which was I think my first time breaking into single digit ranks. And I don't like using, if you play Hearthstone and you play ranked a lot, you tend to see a lot of like copy pasta decks. You seem to see like the meta just kind of shifts to like usually like 3 really dominant decks that you're going to see past a certain rank. And I don't like playing those. I don't like just playing the same thing and just hoping that I get a better hand and draws than the other person. I think that's really boring. So, but I also did some research. I also am not good enough to make my own really good deck. So I looked up a pretty unique deck. It's a mech shaman. That's pretty fun. And I was doing really well with it last night. Then I come online today, start playing some more ranked right as I woke up, and went on like a 6-game losing streak. So I dropped 2 ranks. And now I'm just really frustrated with the game, and I don't want to play it anymore. So I think that's the end of my quick Hearthstone tear. But
Rank 9's not bad for a casual.
Yeah.
Wow, what a backhanded compliment from Brandon.
Yeah. Well,
he says with disdain for a casual.
I don't have it in me to like be hardcore about Hearthstone. I can't play a game with that much RNG in it. Speaking of RNG, Darkest Dungeon.
Just call it trash. You know you want to.
Oh, you've been playing that business.
Darkest Dungeon is so fucking cruel. I reset my save file probably 5 or 6 times in a row until I had gotten through the first dungeon without either losing someone or having my entire party on the brink of insanity. It was the first time I had gotten through the first dungeon, the tutorial aside, the first dungeon without either having at least one character die or having every single character on the brink of insanity. And I still had 2 on the brink of insanity. I managed to get them both in their stress release.
Can someone explain? I've seen everyone playing this. Is it turn-based?
Yes. Yeah, it's turn-based, kind of JRPG-like. You get a party of 4. Each of those 4 characters has 4 abilities. And a lot of the abilities have something to do with the positioning of the enemy and the position of the character. Like if they have like a knife throw ability, maybe they can only use it from the back 2 spots in your party, and they can only hit the back 2 enemies or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's a lot of RNG involved because there's miss chances, dodge chances, status effect resistances. There's things like surprising the enemy, which gives you a free turn. You can be surprised, which shuffles your team around, which fucks up your ability slotting. It's so fucking RNG, but it's so fun and so well made, and so like the tone of it is so good. The narration is so fucking good. There's one line that always comes out in the tutorial. I forget what it is. It's like prestigious size is no match alone for the sharpened blade or something like that. It's prestigious size alone is not dissuaded by the sharpened. It does not dissuade the sharpened blade. That's what it is. I can't even say it. It's so fucking fancy. Like it's a really good game.
Is this done? Who is this done by? What?
That's actually a good question. Who is?
Is it like a new?
It's a little indie dev. Yeah, it was.
It's an indie game.
It was a Kickstarter.
It was a Kickstarter, and it's really really good, but it's also super fucking frustrating. At times, I don't know. It's a good game, but like I said, it took me that many tries just to get a decent run going from the first dungeon on. Yeah. And for all I know, I could be completely wiped out during the next one. But also, Monster Hunter 4 U just came in today, so I'm playing that. I'm actually playing that on my channel commentary list while I'm on the podcast. So, hooray!
There you go. All right, there is Blah. John, what have you been doing?
Dota 2.
Dota 2. Wait, what?
It's 2 weeks now.
Hold
Scott.
on.
He's
Wait.
sucked
Okay.
in.
Just Dota.
Yeah, I missed this. I missed John on the Dota train because I don't think I've heard him actually answer
just
that
Dota.
ever. What is the? What made you decide to?
I got exceedingly intoxicated 2 weekends ago and played for 14 hours straight while intoxicated. God. Okay. And by the time those 14 hours were over, like I thought that I knew what I was doing, so I decided that I really liked the game, and then I was sober the next day and realized that I had no idea what I was doing, and I still liked it.
Okay.
So now,
so it only took you drunk for 14 hours to like Dota.
Yeah. So now 2 weeks later, I do know what I'm doing. I'm still fucking terrible, and it's still fun.
Okay. So that's cool. All right.
And I played a Counter-Strike game today. We are in the After Hours Gaming League, which is like a bunch of companies face off against other companies or whatever.
Yeah.
And we destroyed them.
Nice. Is there like a season or is it just like exhibition?
Yeah, it's a season.
Okay. Nice.
It's fun. We won 16-5. Hassan's the best.
What map?
D2 this week.
Nice. Very nice. Who's on your team? Anyone else that we know? Like
Vic, Kush, Hassan.
Okay. Hassan.
Trance today played. So.
Nice.
We have a bunch of people that play. We never have a set team. It's just like we get an email 3 hours before, like, hey, is anybody here to play? And usually we're like, no, and then we play with 4 people. But it doesn't matter. We got shit on by SteelSeries the first week though in the exhibition. They have 2 or 3 players that played in CPL. It was awful.
Damn. Okay.
It's okay. We got a little trick up our sleeves coming soon. Brandon knows what I'm talking about. Brandon knows the trick we got up our sleeves.
Brandon, do you care to elaborate as we
he cannot
the spotlight on you?
He cannot elaborate.
Yeah, I'll elaborate. I played some Hearthstone this week.
Okay.
I got to like rank 10, and
what's the highest rank you can get to in Hearthstone?
The highest rank is Legend, so you get to rank 1, and then if you get past rank 1, you go into the Legendary pool, which is can be as large as whoever gets there.
Okay.
There's a small part of me that thinks I could hit Legend this month if I really tried, but then I remember that I'm moving next weekend, and then it'll be the end of the month, and so there's no chance that happens.
I just want to chime in here, and I've been having a problem with my headphones having a little too much bass, so I went on YouTube, and I thought I was typing, but the only word that I typed is bass. And it took me to a bass video of a guy catching a 10-pound bass on a bait called chatterbait.
What?
So it is called a chatterbait.
That's a pretty good name for a bait.
Wow.
There you go.
So did the fish get more viewers than usual because it was dressed up as like an anime character?
208,000 views on this 10-pound bass on chatterbait.
You're right.
But it's actually spelled bait. Chatterbait.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But that's just like bait that makes a lot of noise in the water.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Christ. I'm watching it now. Okay, I gotta close the video or I'll watch all 7 minutes. That's
anyway,
weird. Like fishing videos, literally, no pun intended. Fishing videos lure me in. Yeah, let me hear it, boys. All right. No, but really, I can watch fishing.
I love fishing,
peaceful.
dude.
It's like golf too. I also like watching golf. Most people don't like watching golf.
I like watching majors.
It's relaxing. Yeah, it's good.
I watch majors.
So anything besides Hearthstone, Brandon?
I played Hearthstone a bit, and I played like one game of CS:GO with in the Mumble. We played a 10-man, and we just got wrecked. It was like I don't remember who was on each team, but it was real bad, and I did bad, and so I closed it, and I did not play again.
Yeah, and that's why I don't play 10-mans, man. 10-mans are bullshit.
Why are they only playing? Why is it on Steam, and why is nobody playing it?
Yeah, I just can't.
It is on
I
Steam
can't
now?
with Super Bowl.
Nobody's playing it anymore. Actually, I'm gonna uninstall it. Good call.
Yeah, we already talked about this before, but Super Bowl has they have a closed Steam beta that you have to email them to get a key. But then on their website, they still have the old version downloadable. So everyone who goes to the website thinks that people are on the old version, but the actual like hardcore players of the game and the people who could probably populate servers are playing on the Steam version, which basically means no one's ever playing either version.
They never cross paths.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks.
So much better than early access, though, guys. Am I right? Am I right?
I would take I mean, I don't know. I wish they would put out something like at least make the Steam keys public or something. I don't know how that process works, but don't leave the old version downloadable without some huge disclaimer that says, "Hey, this is actually on Steam now."
Yeah.
No one's playing this shit.
Yeah, so much potential though.
That game is a lot of fun. I'm honestly surprised that it didn't get picked up more. Like, I guess the reasons you're already explaining, but like not necessarily as an esport. But that'd be a fun game to watch at a high level. Like really good people.
Yeah. I think it has a lot of potential as like competitive game. It's just like I think they're going through the struggles, at least like from what I can see. It seems like they're going through the struggles of how do we make money on this? How do we get enough people to buy it where like we can actually support the development? Because I don't know, all of that stuff is like, it seems like it's just slowing down the actual development of the game. Like trying out different like backer levels and stuff. And if you pay $100, you get like a crazy trail on your gun. It's like no one cares about that. Like finish the core game and put it out for like $20-$30 one time, and that's it. Just do it like Killing Floor did.
Yeah.
I also watched a bunch of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, that's true. There was a lot of Counter-Strike on.
A lot of really,
how about
really
Kabam,
good.
dude? Fucking monsters. Just destroyed Dignitas to qualify for Katowice.
Yeah.
The thing
that was the team that needed to raise money, right?
I'm so happy for them.
Yeah, they're a good team.
So on Saturday, it was like a bunch of teams. Well, I guess all the groups had a bunch I'd never heard of, but I follow CS, but I don't watch everything that happens. So like I didn't know the Peter team or however you pronounce it.
The new CLG. Yeah, Peter.
Yes.
Yeah. Kerry Potter, we call him.
I didn't know like what half these these teams were, and the games were so ridiculously good because it was this only shot for these teams to make this major tournament. So everyone was going hard as fuck, like trying to get on
some
there.
great ones.
So there was a few 16-14 games, some overtimes, some really good games. So we'll have to see if like things shake out of teams pulling some of these guys up to their rosters, because there were some guys who really stood out. But it was really fun to watch teams like that, since most of the time when I watch CS anyway, it's just you know NIP and Virtus Pro and Envy and everybody else, So yeah. So it was very cool to watch that. So
it's just good. I like just going on Twitch every day, and like at any given time that I wake up, like the odds are that there will be some league, whether it's Europe or America or a North American league, like good CS matches are being played.
Yep.
Even if it is online and being DDoS to fucking shit, which is sad. But
you had ESL and StarLadder on at the same time today. I was like, which one do I watch?
I know. Yeah, it's exciting. There's been a lot of good CS. What's the words with what is Skyshard saying that there's no new guy? Okay, the Michael
that's such a weird situation.
Michael rather, but
weird situation.
They're just like, we want someone better, but there's a contract.
Very unprofessional by
it does,
in my opinion.
Yeah,
which is not something you say about that organization very often.
It just seems like a weird move. Like if that's happening, why? I mean, if they want to contact players that they want to try out for them, like it's NIP. Like they don't need to fucking put out feelers out there and be like, you know what I mean? Until anything's set, it just seems like a weird move to say it like that until they actually have like tryouts going on, and then I don't know. It just is kind of like it's bad PR. I feel like.
Yeah, for those that don't know, NIP basically said Makaleli is on the team still, but they're trying to look for replacements while he's on. Like
they basically, not so many words said, he's not working out and he has talent, but he's streaky. Basically,
that's so
in their
weird.
Post, but I don't know. And some people are defending it's like it's a professional organization, like. But I was like, that's true. I mean, it is a job, but it's still. I mean, that's a weird. I mean, even in professional sports, if you had someone like, our quarterback is like garbage, but we have a contract, and we'll try to work with him, but we're looking around. Like people wouldn't be hip to that.
In pro sports, though, like, and this is like essentially doing it 2 weeks before the playoffs.
Exactly.
Like that's like what it is. It's like, what are you doing? It'd be like the Penguins being like, well, Sidney Crosby's not working out. Right. Although Michael not like that level, not like the best player in the world, but he's quite good. And it's like, but we want to try other people. We're just going to scratch him for a while and like let other people. Like it makes no sense.
We're going to keep Craig Adams in the lineup.
Yeah, Yeah, it makes no sense.
It makes me wonder though if this was like if this was an organization like, or if this was like an internal thing, like a couple of the players. I don't know. Like, yeah, I wonder what's going on behind the scenes.
I think what Skyshark said I think that sounds correct to me from what I've read, is that the players, not necessarily NIP, feel like they want someone different in there. But, I mean, how does he even go back now, though? Like, what if they don't find somebody else? If you're him, what kind of mindset are you in when you're like, well, these guys don't really want me here, but I guess I really gotta
kill your motivation, dude.
Like,
I mean, I don't care what you say. Like, these are professionals. They should play past it. Like, Counter-Strike is such a team game. If you're in the back of your mind, like, these guys basically want me cut for someone better. It's just, it's not a good situation.
Yeah, super weird. From that team in particular, too. It's not like Nip's a clown show all the time or anything. Yeah.
It's not like they were fanatic during all the scandal stuff going on and just putting inflammatory things out on Twitter and all that. But, okay.
Scott, you played some video games.
I did. I played some video games. I've been playing through San Andreas, which I totally missed. I never played that Grand Theft Auto at all. I'm realizing as I play a lot of these games just on my live stream that like I missed so many fucking... Because everyone has told me that like San Andreas is like the best Grand Theft Auto. At least, well, I don't know, maybe up until... I don't know what people think about. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 is considered pretty good too. But as far as like story and just kind of in that time period, and it's really, I mean, it holds up really well. I'm not playing it. I'm playing it on like the third version or whatever, like the latest version that they have on Steam. So I don't have any mods or anything, and it can be very, very frustrating. I'm playing with the controller, and everything is like, obviously it's like a joypad, so it's like Joy 4 to do, like, so all the tutorials. So half the time I'm like trying to remember what Joy 14 is to do this thing that it's telling me to do. But no, it's really fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think I'm like 50-60%. There's so much content. I feel like I played like, I don't know, 25-30 hours, and I feel like I'm 50% through, maybe a little bit more. So
you should.
I'm really like, the flying missions were just destroying me. I think I spent like, I'm trying to beat flight school. There's a lot, and there's some frustrating stuff in game design, and I don't know if necessarily, sometimes the game is just, can be really random, obviously, when you have the open world stuff and weird shit happens. But so I've been playing that, and then Counter-Strike as well. We obviously have the KBMOD ESCA team that we're trying to represent the name well. We're 6-4 now in open. We won both of our matches on Mirage, and that's been fun. I try to stream those as much as I can. So this last match, I think I got an update, and then I don't know what's going on. Sometimes my OBS just tanks, and I wasn't able to stream it. But we won. Yeah, we both won both matches on Mirage. And actually, I got to shout Dalesy out for this. He scouted, so the team didn't private. I don't know if they're scrim demos, and I think their last match demo, which you can't private. So Dalesy went in, and this was a team that was, I think, 5 and they had a pretty winning record. So we thought they were going to be pretty tough. And Dalesy scouted them out, and we get into Mumble, and Skyshark is telling me what we're going to do for the first round pistol strat, because they do the same pistol strat every time. They basically do a delay take on Mirage at B, and they're like, you and Daz are going to get mollies, and you're going to stand underneath the apartments at B, and and they're going to run the strat. We were pretty sure. So before it happens, I'm like, this shit never works out as you plan. Like, if all 5 of them rush on the delay and we have 2 mollies ready with nade stack, like, we're going to kill all of them. And it happened exactly. It was like a fucking movie. Like, we're waiting there, and then we hear footsteps, and the smokes come out. Daz and I throw our mollies. All 5 of them are like down to like 20 health before they even get out of apartments. Skyshark throws a nade, gets a double nade, 2 like instant headshots, and we clean up the round like instantly. And at that point, we just fucking like dominated them the rest of the game. It was actually insane. So shout outs. I have to give shout outs to Dalesy for that scouting. It was basically, it was like the most anti-strat. I mean, we're playing open, and honestly, we like don't ever even practice. We basically practice like once and then show up for a match. So we're not taking it super seriously, but we want to win. But anyway, they were probably like, these motherfuckers are playing in open, and they fucking scouted our demos, like, and they just never recovered. So anyway, that was pretty fun. And other than that, yeah, those are basically the 2. I want to play. I've been really holding off on H1Z1, not because it looks bad, but because I feel like if I start playing it, I'm gonna get sucked in like everybody else. People seem to really. Is anyone here playing H1Z1 regularly?
I played a lot, but the loot changes keep fucking it up a little bit. It's a lot of fun when you actually meet up with your pals, though.
Yeah.
You need to have a group. You need to be you have to be lucky enough to spawn close enough to each other after only like a few respawns. It can be frustrating. You also need to play with like not a huge group because we played with like 12 people and it was just madness. It was too much.
Impossible to coordinate.
Well, Orb's really championing the battle royale mode.
Yeah, that looks fun.
He was saying that is like he just plays that. I mean, I think Sky Shark and a bunch of like the whole group, they play that all the time, and that's pretty cool. Basically, where you just there's tons of weapon drops, and then once the gas gets released, it's battle royale. And you have to move, so it forces everyone to a spot. That looks really fun. And the more I look at it, the less. Even though looking at it, you're like you get the DayZ vibe. It just looks so much more polished and like it runs and works for the most part.
Yeah, for me, I don't know what it is, but last week I said this. I still prefer DayZ, oddly enough.
Do you really? Interesting.
But I don't. It's like a feel thing. I don't know why. Because everything about H1Z1 is easier to use and do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll have to play it more though.
Yeah.
Deal.
Sweet. All right. That's it for games.
We're gonna take a 2-minute commercial break, and then we'll be right back with some news. All right. Yeah, Jimmy Wiz has been playing it a lot.
He's been playing it a lot. That's shocking. Yeah.
Shout out to Jimmy Wiz for fucking keeping his job. God damn, that place was in an uproar this week.
Did it get nuked or what happened?
Well, you've been gone. That's right.
I
you don't pay any attention to news. So.
No.
So SOE doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
Sony sold off the entire studio to like a capital group.
Okay.
And then everything was fine for a few days. Or like development would continue, and then they laid off a bunch of people. So we were like waiting for Jimmy to tweet finally or give us something. But yeah, he kept his job. So it sounds like most of the layoffs there were from the EverQuest side of Sony Online Entertainment. So, Rip Scott.
Poor guy.
Hope he comes back here. God, that emo. Why so serious?
Good opportunity to tell you that you should subscribe to our channel for a ridiculous emote of my face.
Well, I don't think anyone else dropped.
Nope.
Who dropped? Oh, Scott.
Yeah, I'm trying to call him back now.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a delicious cider, if that helps.
He texted me.
I'm gonna go get myself another one of this. Good call.
It's apple ginger angry orchard. It's great stuff.
Internet just went down trying to reboot equipment. Time Warner. Rip a dip. Alright, well, I'll just start off the news then. We are back. Just a few KBMOD items this week. We have partnered up with Lootcrate. You guys can go get a box of cool stuff each month. You can check it below the stream. There's also a link in chat currently. Lootcrate.com/KBMOD, and you can use code KBMOD for 10% off there. So go check that out, support us, and get some free stuff every month. I did the unboxing right before the stream, so go check that out for sure. Also, head over to KBMOD.com, and we want more votes on this. The Bro Cave competition is in voting right now. The top 5 we will pick a winner from. There's a link. I just threw it in chat for you guys.
I had a few drinks, so I decided to bring this huge thing of cheese balls. Jeez.
Scott?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, cool.
I don't know. Time Warner just shit.
You sound fine. I'm just going over this KBMOD stuff. Yeah, vote for the Brocaves. We have all the threads listed. There's 10 or 11 entries on there. There's some really, really sick setups on there. So definitely go check it out and definitely vote.
Voting ends February 20th.
Yes.
So if you're listening to the audio version of this, that's Friday, so you got to move quickly.
Yeah, it's sticky to the top of KBMOD.com if you want to check it out later. some very cool setups, including. No, I can't say anyone because that'll taint voting. But
no favoritism, Dan.
Yeah, and we will choose from the top 5. We'll probably also do something for the voted top one, but we're not sure exactly on that part yet. Also, our review of Dying Light went up today. The game's been out for a few weeks. You can check that out. Extremely well-written review by a friend of AJ's, actually. Super, super well-written. So go check that out. If you were interested in Dying Light. It sounds better than any of the Dead Island stuff, so... although that's not saying too much. But you can go check that out on kbmod.com. And mark on your calendars, February 21st is our little mini LAN for Extra Life. We'll be going for 12 hours. That's this Saturday. We will have some Blue Mic stuff to give away, as well as games. And we'll be playing stuff like Just Cause 2 multiplayer and Gang Beasts and a lot of the other staples that we play at Couch Streams. So definitely follow the channel and check that out for a great cause, of course. We support Extra Life every year, so we'll be doing that this Saturday. We'll give you a starting time closer to then because we aren't 100% sure when on Saturday we'll be starting this, but it will definitely be that day. So, everybody's back. If people... Oop. Oh, okay. Brandon's throwing in edits on this. Peter Molyneux.
Oh man, dude. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I was
had
just.
an up and down relationship with Mr. Molyneux.
This was the thing this week.
I've been catching up on this article. Holy shit! This interview.
It was like, what day was that? Thursday? Yeah. No, Friday. Friday morning, I got into work, and Rock Paper Shotgun is a UK site, so they had already posted this, like pretty early.
Well, hold on. The first thing's the Eurogamer thing. That came out first.
That came out first. Okay. That was the expose that they didn't. Yeah. So there was a game called Curiosity. We'll take this way back, which was a mobile game.
You can go listen to an old KBMOD podcast to hear about that.
We've talked about it a bunch, yeah.
Where all you did was tap on a cube on your phone. A lot. And that was it. And it just went on for like, I don't know how many months it took to get to the middle of the cube. But the winner of this, whoever hit the last block on the cube, was supposed to receive a portion of the revenue of the next game that Peter Molyneux' studio was going to do. And supposed to like be the god in it or something. In goddess, however you want to say it. But then it came out that, what is this now? A year later, 2 years later, he has never received anything for being the winner on this. Eurogamer broke that. Devolver Digital went and honored all this stuff instead in a totally different game and a different way. And then after that hit, there was an article in PC Gamer, or right around then, where none of the stuff for the game Goddess, Godus, I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced, Goddess or Godus, is going to be meant. None of the PC development stuff on it. This is the developer came out and said it. One of the guys who works on the team said that none of the stuff is probably going to be put in the game that we had promised through Kickstarters and all those kind of things. Yeah. So they said it's never going to be complete, probably. So all the things they promised on Kickstarter probably aren't going to come true. And then to cap all this off, on what is now, as you can tell, is a rough week for Peter Molyneux. Rock Paper Shotgun puts out this 10,000 plus word interview. It is so long, by
insane.
Very intense interview, which starts out just on the wrong foot.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about the interview itself.
So the interviewer, what I felt was that John Walker, who did this interview, I felt that him and Molyneux knew each other for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, this wasn't just a press to developer relationship. Like, it felt like he knew him. But he starts off the interview with asking Molyneux if he's a pathological liar. That is literally the first question. And the interview gets a lot harsher and more intense from there.
It's so fucking long. It's
I wish I had actual time to work and like pull out quotes from it, because but there's so much. As X Downport in chat just said, 50 minutes it took him to read it, which I mean that's probably about right. But the questions are just brutal, and he has no answers really. I don't side with him. There was a lot of backlash from the development side of things on Twitter. Developers were very much in Molyneux's corner, at least that I saw, at least people that I follow, in that they were like, game development is fucking hard. Like, you can't always know how much it's going to cost and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, I'm like halfway or 3/4 through it, and like I totally like to start your interview off with, do you think you're a pathological liar? Is
best question.
Yeah, I don't know though. Like, I get that. Like, he comes. So you said that for sure they do know each other though, Dan?
I don't know that, but
it seems like they do.
That was how
they have
I
history.
felt. Is like, I don't
know.
feel like this was.
I feel like it's a little bit.
See, I don't think it's bad interviewing. I think they know each other personally, so it seems like it might be bad interviewing. But that's just, I mean, they're not cutting content from it. I would love to see a video of this whole thing.
Yeah, video would be good.
That's what I would love. To see how edited this is.
It can also seem harsher in print. Too. Yeah, for sure.
Especially when Molyneux is just stammering, like in a lot of these answers.
Yeah. The thing though too is though, like, Peter Molyneux is a perfect example of someone that is just the like, when it comes to, like, he makes all these promises and they never keep. And I don't think, like, he's not a path. I don't think that much, like, I don't think he thinks that he's lying, obviously, like, when he says these timelines.
Think he intends to lie.
He doesn't intend to. I think he really believes at the time what he says. But he also is like one of those dreamer, heads in the clouds, big picture people. And the best thing that could ever happen to him is for him to get like a fucking co-pilot that is like actually practical. Because Peter Molyneux is a perfect example of someone of just like pure ambition, and then also having some talent, obviously, to get to the point that he was, but that is totally unchecked. And like the fact that he just talks to like, he needs someone to like help him, like actually have a realistic picture of like how this shit can happen. Because I do agree, like it's not as simple as just being like, this game's gonna be out in a year. Right. Like, it just doesn't work like that. But I don't know.
Like, here's the thing though, you need to underpromise and overdeliver.
Absolutely.
You need to never set out, especially, and it is a dumb little thing. It really is, like, them not granting that dude his prize for curiosity. Like, it is, in the grand scheme, like, that's not that big of a deal. But on the other hand, you just completely like, his answer for that in the interview was, I had someone else working on that, and obviously they didn't do their job. Right. Like, basically, he was like, well, I just let that go. And it's like, well, if you're going to try to build things with the community, as a lot of developers are trying to do now.
It doesn't say that the person is to receive a portion of the revenue from their next game, I believe. I believe it's supposed to be they call it like a life-changing prize.
No, it is phrased as that.
Is it?
It's the revenue from Goddess.
Initially it was like
being the god, like the god of gods in Goddess, but that feature does not yet exist in Goddess. So there's no way for him to do that.
If it's a life-changing thing, like, this ruse is life-changing for him. So that would have he should have just said a life-changing thing. And this ruse fucked this guy, and it has changed his life. He had expectations of significant dollars in his bank account, and instead he got fuck all. That's a great ruse.
And I think that a lot of people that I follow were saying, like, basically, Molyneux was very good when it came to, like, when Fable came out and stuff, because he had this structure of this overarching large publisher. to basically be like, hey, that's a little crazy. Maybe we shouldn't try to promise that or put that in the game. But now that he's running things, he just, you know.
Is he like, how seriously, like after this, obviously, but even before, Peter Molyneux, I mean, I don't know. Once again, I don't run in the sort like the game journalism or publisher circles, so I don't know, like, if you say Peter Molyneux to the average person who's just like like knows of him, I mean, it's he's like a caricature in a way. Kind of like
now, yeah.
Right.
Like,
I mean, like, how, like, is he top tier anymore? Is this even a huge story? Not, like, really. I don't think. Other than the fact that Kickstarter made so much money.
This would be relevant, like, probably, like, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, Peter Molyneux has not actually delivered a good game in so long. Like, he had a couple of, like, okay games. Yeah. Like, Fable 1 was overall a good game, but he overhyped it, he overpromised it, and it ended up falling short of everything he talked about. And then every single thing after that has been this massive fucking disappointment.
Fable 2 was awful.
So was Fable 3. Like, Fable 3 wasn't as bad as Fable 2, but it was still, like, really, really disappointing. Right. The guy is, like, he's done. He's, like, what was his big thing before Fable? Not Miss, that was Richard Garriott.
Camp Hutch.
That's right. Peter Molyneux was actually the real first Camp Hutch.
No,
it's true.
But like overall, he's kind of a legend, though. Like overall, for what?
But he's still It's not so much that like he's a legend that's been out of the game for a while, and we really need to respect. Oh, he was a Black and White was what I was
Black
thinking.
and White.
Even then was
ambitious,
but like fell short on a lot of things as well, and like
Populous.
So.
Populous, yes.
Populous, I think
Dungeon
that was
Keeper, yes. Many.
There you go. That's his,
Like, he's a legend, but he's also been proven to have lost his touch, like, a long time ago. A long time ago. This isn't like him on the cusp of like, this next great thing that, like, everybody's, like, waiting with held breath in anticipation of what it might be. We know it's whatever he's making, it's gonna suck. Like, he's done. It's over with. Forget it.
Well, now it's really over with after this.
Yeah, especially this. This isn't like some big like oh my god moment. This is just like no shit. Peter Molyneux's done as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like the shock value is weird enough after all the time like that. He didn't deliver. Like what do you expect?
The thing is with something like this is I think it's going to cause people, perhaps rightfully so, to become a lot more wary of backing stuff on Kickstarter and like funding early access and stuff, because this is like a really good example of someone who sort of used their name to hype something up and they didn't deliver at all, like to anyone's expectations. And there's a kind of an interesting quote I thought around this whole thing with Goddess like not being in a good state right now from Peter Molyneux. He says, "There's this overwhelming urge to overpromise because it's such a harsh rule. If you're 1 penny short of your target, then you don't get it. And of course, in this instance, the behavior is incredibly destructive, which is, Christ, we've only got 10 days to go and we've got to make £100,000, so let's just say anything. So I'm not sure I would do that again." And it's like that's the whole quote. And it's like you have done this long enough that you should know that's a terrible idea. Mm-hmm. You should know that you shouldn't be overpromising things. You should think realistically, because you're actually taking people's money.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. That's my point about him, is that he doesn't live in that. He doesn't live in that realm. You know what I mean? Like certainly he can talk the PR speak, but when it comes to actually, he's like he's in his fairyland, and he's like, oh, I'm so happy that people are sponsoring my. I don't know why he's talking like that, but sponsoring my game, and he's genuinely.
Do you know who Peter Molyneux is?
He's British.
Do you know he's English?
Yes, he's English. I know that morphed into a. I don't know what that was, but I shouldn't do accents because they all sound super racist whenever I do them. But
I think you're right that like he doesn't think he's lying.
No,
but
I don't think so.
But it's like the fact that he
clearly
doesn't have a grasp on
reality,
like on any of this. It's like just it's alarming.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely needs.
I just don't understand why anyone gives half a shit anymore. Like,
Well, I mean, all this came up at once, and that's the only reason he gave this interview. I doubt you see him give another one. He even says he's basically going to withdraw.
Like, it's funny that someone brings up Tim Schafer, though. There's a perfect example of a legend that gets his shit backed, right? Gets supported by the people, and then delivers like ridiculously good products.
Yeah, and they even asked for money twice.
Exactly.
And Broken Age is really fucking good.
Yeah,
I think the next big one that you could see blow up, which was just mentioned in chat, is Star Citizen, which is the largest crowdfunding effort for a video game ever. But I mean, if that fails, I mean, they've already got playable stuff for Star Citizen. But if that fails or doesn't meet it with 50 million or whatever, yeah.
And that also requires too. This also has the bigger conversation: is if people give their money to a Kickstarter, you have to like how sure you are that a product is going to be. Like I would consider, like it's not the exact same as like you're not truly like, yes, you are an investor in this product, but once your money is gone, like once that been deducted from your PayPal, I feel like for most there's just no guarantees.
Dude, you're
not on a one-on-one investor with this company. Like anyway.
I mean, I back Shaq Fu. That's the only thing I've ever backed.
Yeah.
Me and Dave.
All right. Well, if you're gonna pick one,
if I'm gonna pick one,
that's a pretty good one.
All right. All right.
But as far as the interview itself, I saw so many people saying, I wish there were more tough interviews done. I mean, this, as Blah said, maybe not the most relevant guy at this point, Peter Molyneux, but like I would have loved to see this guy interview someone at 2K about their fucking Evolve DLC.
Right.
Like, bitch at them. Like, it's...
Well, this is the thing, though. This is what I was trying to get at, though. So someone in chat just said, it's like investing, you're never guaranteed anything, which is true. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, though, is that people, I feel like, I think rightfully so, Peter Molyneux is being called out, but there's a certain element of kind of like entitlement, and I'm not saying that shouldn't necessarily be there, but this expectation, like I gave $5 to the Kickstarter, where's my fucking game in 8 months? Like it should be here. And I feel like there has to be a little bit, and I'm not saying obviously if we're gonna give money, we want like the product actually delivered on, but it just doesn't work like that in the real world. Like the
thing is, there's
no guarantees.
Like, there's a huge gray area where you can get it varying degrees of right. Like Superhot, I backed Superhot, and they've sent like, I don't know, 15 plus updates since I backed it, and it's like there's no game yet, but they're constantly emailing with like progress and stuff. And it's like sure, I don't care. Whenever it comes out, it's going to be a good game, and in the meantime, they're updating me constantly about the state the game is in. It's like there's a lot you can do. Even if you're not even if things don't go the way you planned, you can still keep the faith of your community just by like interacting with them, keeping them in the loop on what's going on, and saying like, hey, our burn rate is higher than we thought it would be, and we may have to cut features. We're doing the best we can, or whatever. Like just the having it come out like this, where basically they just admit that they've like neglected the project, is just the worst way to do it.
Well, they started on a new game.
Like, like they cut people from the project to start on a new game. That's just crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
But I think this interview is interesting, but I do think like I would love to see more hard-hitting interviews. I don't know that I would love to see interviews that like take almost a personal bent. Yeah. To like, I mean, asking if they're a pathological liar, like that's you're inflaming them right from the start.
Yeah,
you're not actually asking like objective hard questions. You're just like you're being hostile for no real reason.
Well, it's very clear that the interviewer he was very mad about his money being wasted on the project. Clearly,
well, I don't know.
I don't know though. But he's taking the position though, seemingly of an angry person that backed the Kickstarter.
RPS tends to not give a fuck. They just do.
Yeah, like this is great for RPS. I'm just saying in general, like I think these kinds of interviews are interesting, but I hate when there's so much noise because of the way the interview is presented.
Yeah.
That people end up siding with Peter Molyneux or whatever just because of all of the incensing questions that aren't really relevant to the meat of the interview.
That was a lot of developers' reactions on Twitter. Was basically
and I can't blame them.
I'm with Molyneux on this because I wouldn't want to, game dev is hard, and I wouldn't want to be put in that position and basically yelled at by this guy. So, yeah, that was the first big thing this week. The next one, which is way more positive, Bethesda is going to hold its first ever E3 press conference. They don't usually hold one themselves. They announce through.
I don't think they've ever held one, have they?
No, this is their first ever one. But they usually announce stuff through, Sony or Microsoft or, the big deal press conferences at E3. So now, because of this, speculation has gone, crazy on what's going to be announced. Of course, there's, the big franchises, Elder Scrolls, of course, Fallout, and Doom would be the three big guns here.
I think gameplay trailer of Doom is a complete lock.
Actual gameplay from Doom 4 or whatever it's just called Doom now, right? It's not Doom 4.
Yeah, I think it's just called Doom.
So that I think we'll see. Fallout 4, that's what everybody wants. See, I already see it in chat. Fallout 4, I
think that after hyping it up 4 months in advance, I think you're going to see Fallout 4. You're going to at least see some announcement of it, and then it's going to come out in 5 years.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about Dishonored. Could be Dishonored too, so it can win Game of the Year for us again. Yeah.
Game of the Year, second time around. Let's go, baby.
So I don't think, sorry, Elder Scrolls fans, I don't think you're seeing the Skyrim sequel, whatever.
No way.
Whatever world it would be in this time or region it would be in. ESO is still a thing, barely, but it is still a thing. I just think they know everybody's Fallout. I hope somebody trolls again, though, between now and then. I hope a Tunnel Snakes rule level troll comes out again. I am super, super excited, though, to see some Doom. Finally see id Tech 6.
I would love to see a release date for Doom.
Didn't you get, beta with pre-order of Wolfenstein or something dumb like that?
I recall something like that.
Yeah. So, hopefully it's Fallout 4. A lot of you are going to be really upset, judging by Twitter when that happens.
I want Fallout 4 bad personally.
No, they'll definitely, I don't think there's even a question. They will announce it, and there will be some type of teaser trailer. There will be nothing more. They won't answer questions about it. It's basically just going to be an announcement that it exists, which everyone already knows it exists.
Yeah.
So, and hopefully Doom's good. Dave Oshry says Doom is quite good. But he liked what he saw at QuakeCon.
Yeah, no, it was great. That's why I think I would love to see more of that, and I would love to see them commit to I don't know, maybe a playable build at QuakeCon or something this year.
So there you go, Bethesda holding its first.
Also, I would love to see them. I don't think they will, but I would love to see them talk about a new Wolfenstein. They should absolutely have Machine Games doing something to continue Wolfenstein.
Game is too good to leave alone. Also, Just Cause 3, some first looks. Media outlets got their hands on Just Cause 3 for the first time. As Brandon said to me without even reading it, I'm just gonna fucking buy this, so it doesn't even matter what these say.
Don't need to hype it up.
Why do I need to watch a trailer?
Yeah. But the trailer isn't the exciting part. I just love some of the stuff they say about it in the Eurogamer and PC Gamer preview articles, because we were always saying, well, are they going to try to... ever since it got sort of leaked out a few months ago, we've been well, they can't scale it back. It has to be Just Cause. It has to be batshit crazy. You can't all of a sudden make it a serious game or something like that. And from what we're reading here, PC Gamer says it's more over the top in almost every respect. So, I
don't even know what that means. What does that mean? How are you more over the top than Just Cause 2?
More shit blows up than before, I guess. I don't know. There's a wingsuit, so already. apparently the wingsuit really is just flying. So, from what I was reading, like it is gliding, but you basically can fly in Just Cause 3. So, you can tether more things together, although modders would have done that anyway. With your grappling hook, you can do shit like tether a helicopter's landing gear to the ground and then pull it down, and blow it up. Everything I'm going to say just ends with blowing it up. So,
think about how fun it is to make that game, like for a developer.
Yeah.
They're just like, this isn't balanced, and they don't even know what that word means. Like, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters to them.
Yeah, the great thing is that they're competing. When you think of over the top, they're also, in a way, competing with the over the topness of Just Cause 2 multiplayer, which means that basically anything they would put in the base game is fair game. Because, like, in Just Cause 2 multiplayer, I fly like huge barges up a mountainside. So
yeah, like he says, they think about balance. Like he said, there are certain you might spawn a tank because you really want a tank, and you're thinking, if I have this much fun, why not give it to the player? You've got to balance the game so you can't break it, but we look at some of the things we do as dev and think that's so much fun, it should probably be a system in the game. And what he said there, that is a system in the game. You can spawn anything you want at any time as far as vehicles, but if you spawn a tank, for instance, there will be more NPCs and tougher NPCs that spawn to stop you. So whereas dudes might not have had RPGs, if you spawn a tank, maybe all of a sudden they're all wielding RPGs to try to balance it out. But you can call in vehicles anywhere, which they definitely took directly from... You could call in vehicles in Just Cause 2, but it was on a delay, and you had to pay for it. And this time it's just on demand, just like the multiplayer mod. You can just call in anything, anytime. The one disappointment you can take from these articles, if you watch them, is that the multiplayer, until someone mods it again, we're not going to have a Just Cause 2 multiplayer type thing for this game.
As long as they're open to it, I don't care. Like, the thing about Just Cause 2 is, like, that multiplayer is so fucking broken, but I don't care at all.
I mean, they're still...
I think they'll also, like, I think they will probably take feedback from that modding community when they're patching the game initially. Like, Just Cause 2 multiplayer came out, at least a couple years after, 2-3 years after Just Cause 2 launched. So I think that once Just Cause 3 hits, I think there will be a ton of people interested in helping create Just Cause 3 multiplayer. So, like, I think there will be, at least I really hope, that there won't be a very long lag time between, like, alpha build of Just Cause 3 multiplayer, because that demand is clearly there.
So right now, the only multiplayer that will be out is, like, sort of asynchronous races and stuff like that. Like, but the huge... Like, there were 200 people when we played Just Cause Friday. There were 200 people on the server. Like... That is not going to be there, but hopefully someday. But it sounds like it's going to be good, and you should definitely buy it. Holiday 2015 is what they say for release, so assume November. That's what all the...
Well, if any game devs are listening, if you want me to buy your sequel, just have a mod team create an amazing mod for your game that I paid $5 for, and your next game I will pay $60.
There you go. The final piece of news, the Isaac Rebirth DLC, appropriately named Afterbirth, has been officially announced by Edmund McMillan. It's going to add 100 to 200 hours of gameplay onto the original game. There's going to be an entirely new game mode that plays completely different from regular Isaac. So we'll see what that actually means. There will be several new bosses, new endings, over 100 new items. It sounds like, once again, a fully featured, much like Wrath of the Lamb was for original Isaac. This has been in the works, but he finally has put a blog post on kind of more detail in it. So, yeah, I would assume it'd be like maybe a $10 DLC or something, but, it's not going to be expensive. And as always, another 100 hours of stuff for Isaac. Because that's what they like to do. I'm at like 220 hours or something in that game, so. But yeah. And that is it for the news. We're going to take a quick break. And then my wife will be there to answer questions for you instead of me. Hopefully Scott has some good rapid fire in his head.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, since we didn't get a ton on Twitter, I'm gonna allow the chat to. I'll probably pick a few from chat live.
We really didn't.
We'll get a few more
questions this week.
Yeah, we'll crank some to her.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna run a commercial here, and we will be right back.
All right. Afterbirth reminds me of After Earth, obviously, and I saw an article this week about Will Smith admitting that After Earth was like one of the biggest failures of his career, and he is so sad about it, and that he feels bad because he dragged his son into it, into the production of it, and obviously
he should feel bad that he produced a son that tweets like he fucking does.
Listen, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know, well, he didn't take any responsibility for that, unfortunately.
My love of Will Smith is only matched by my hatred for Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
My friend was telling me that like he saw an interview with Will Smith and Jaden Smith, and that he was like spouting off that like pseudo philosophical bullshit, and Will was like sitting there encouraging it. Like he's like, "Yeah, man, that's deep. That's deep." Like he's just saying, like. Apparently, it's entirely Will Smith's fault that Jaden Smith is like that. Like,
yeah.
I think he might have a little bit of too much of the old blind praise, which is so popular these days.
Will Smith has a new movie coming out.
Yeah, it actually looks. What is it? What's the title of it?
I forget what it's called, but I saw a commercial for it, and I was like, you know what? That looks all right.
Yeah, it looks good from what I remember.
It looks like some classic Will Smith.
Yeah. Has anyone made a Jaden Smith table book or whatever, or coffee table book of his tweets like that are also illustrated? Because don't steal that idea. I might do that and sell it.
I don't know that you can legally do that.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, have to get his permission. I don't know though. Twitter. I guess it is his tweets. Yeah, I don't know. Is that public domain? Once you send the tweet, can anybody? No, I guess they can't do whatever with it.
I think he probably owns the rights to it.
Sadly, the rights to his tweets.
His intellectual property. Intellectual is a stretch of a word there.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
Get really close.
Hello, Megan.
Hi.
We have Megan here.
Hey, Megan.
Hey.
Yeah, Megan. What's up?
Hey, Scott.
How are you doing?
Good.
Are you ready to answer some? Well, I don't know when we're back from the break. We'll have to see. But some rapid fire questions.
Back from the break? It's back from the
break.
break.
We're back. Okay, we are back from the break. Okay. So this segment, Megan, you've been on how many times since? You've been on 3 or 4 times, I think.
I think so. I don't know.
Okay, you're just basically a regular now at this point. So you know how this works. So what I'm going to do is, because we didn't get a ton of questions, we have a couple. I'll hit you with the ones that we have that were from Twitter, and then if you guys have some questions for Megan and want to put them in the chat, I will read them. But if you don't know Megan and you're a listener, it is Dan's wife, which if you're a listener and you don't know that by this point, I guess you're not a very good listener and you probably should stop listening. But
wow.
I'm going real hard. I mean, don't stop listening. We need you to listen. But
well, Scott, it doesn't sound like you listen when you're not on because you didn't know about Brandon's trip.
That's true. I
called out.
Wow, Megan. Okay.
I mean, I was watching.
That's true. I didn't know. I didn't listen to the last 2 weeks. Even though I edit the show.
You're probably not one of the 10,000 people that downloads the podcast each week.
That's probably true. Yeah, I'm not part of the 10,000. I'm the 1% that doesn't do anything with the podcast except edit it.
Check your podcast
and participate
privilege.
in making.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Megan. The first one comes from PC Gamer 72, and his question for you is, well, it's first a compliment and then it's a question. He says, "I've heard Megan is older than she looks. I thought she was early 20s. If it's true, what's her secret to looking so good?"
Are you serious?
That is the question. That is 100. I'm reading it.
I'll answer it for her. It's
verbatim.
Nutella. It's Nutella.
I cover my face with Nutella at night.
Do you really? As like a cleansing mask? Oh my god.
Just your face?
My whole body. I take a Nutella bath.
Good Lord. Well, there you go. I mean, this is rapid fire. We don't have to expound any more upon that. Nutella PC gamer. Empire 39. Your preferred ice cream, Megan.
Ooh. Bimoni.
What? Okay.
What the fuck is what?
Yeah, what is that? Please explain.
I don't know.
I'm eating ice cream right now. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's the first thing that came to
We
my
need
mind.
a little,
Ooh.
Here you go. See, just like
Yeah,
that. Just a little
like,
dab.
but you got to really rub it
spread
in.
it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really got to get it in.
Like all over your
I'm just doing an example spot because I don't want to look too young. But
for you listeners, Blah is
You're gonna wake up looking like you're
He is
15.
literally rubbing Nutella on his face.
Yes.
And then when you're done, I mean, cleanup is easy.
You just lick yourself.
Yeah. It's easier if you have a long tongue. I can't quite reach that. But
all right.
If you have a dog, don't go to sleep with this mask on. Also, if you sleep in a bed with sheets, you might not want to sleep with this mask on because your dog will die and you'll stain your sheets.
Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be a fucked
I'm
up
happy
thing
you
to
have
wake up
Nutella
to.
in your house.
Go on.
I have fucking
Not?
20 pounds of it.
All right, PM
What is wrong with you?
Larico, I think is how you say it. What should my mom pack me for lunch tomorrow? This is a great question for you, Megan. This is right up your...
What should
You're
your
good
mom
at
pack you for
preparing food
lunch?
for people.
Well, I pack for a very picky eater.
Okay.
So he gets jelly sandwiches. Doesn't eat meat. He's a vegetarian.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
He's
except-
made this decision?
no,
or?
except for chicken nuggets. But that's the only
Which aren't
one.
even meat anyway,
Yeah,
so it
he
doesn't
knows
matter.
what's
Oh no,
up.
the ones I give him are meat.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you do shop organic, don't you? Do you full organic? Here's a question. Do you full organic shop?
Not
Like, almost-
everything,
Okay.
but like the Dirty Dozen list, I make sure I
You know
get
what?
that.
You know what's so bad is I follow Megan on Twitter or on Instagram, and when Megan like tweets like organic, like I don't know, broccoli, I feel even though I'm eating
When have
my
I
fucking
done that?
I don't know. I saw something, or maybe it was on Twitter. You were like at the organic food. You were at a market or something. And you were taking pictures of. You were like, I'm in love with this broccoli. I don't know if it was broccoli. I don't remember. I'll have to go back. I think it was you. Maybe I'm the wrong person.
I've probably said that at some point about vegetables.
Yeah, you were
I
having
love
like a
them.
love affair with vegetables one day, and you were sending pictures about it in some form, and I
Was
felt
it
healthier.
olives? Because I've been into olives lately. I've been eating so many Kalamata olives that I had to tell Dan I'm not pregnant because he was really worried.
He was like really worried.
Are olives
I don't know if olives
technically
are.
a vegetable? I think they might actually technically be a fruit. I think they're the fruit of the olive bush.
Are you gonna be that guy?
Or is it a tree?
You're gonna be that guy, Blah. It's like I think it's a fruit.
I'm
Like
honestly,
tomatoes are
I'm not.
fruit.
I'm honestly interested because it's one of those things that I just don't. I do not know the answer to.
Anyway.
I don't know. I think it is a fruit. I think you're right.
Either way, all I have
think
to
it's
say,
technically
Megan,
fruit.
your healthy eating makes even like when you post about it, I feel healthier even though I'm holding in my hand a Taco Bell quesarito
God.
with beef, and I'm eating it. I'm like, wow, at least Megan's eating good for somebody. That's good. Okay, sorry, we have a few more questions here for sure. Someone said, what books are you reading right now, if any?
Right now, I'm not reading anything. I just finished Ready Player One on my trip to Texas.
Good book. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Cheesy, but good.
It was fun.
Yeah. What is that? It's real quick. Bring me up to speed. I don't know anything about it.
It was
book.
like about video
Scott
games.
can't read, so.
Oh, it's about that too.
It was.
Yeah.
So it's about basically it's like near future kind of deal. The world is basically in a shit place economically, ecologically. Everything sucks, and basically this kind of like combination of like actual respected Peter Molyneux and fucking Gabe Newell and like Steve Jobs. He's like a combination figurehead of those three characters, those three people. Creates like the world's greatest video game, and it's like this MMO that's like pretty analogous to real life, but there's permadeath in it, and people basically like it became so popular that like even parents and like grandparents play it, and it drives a major part of the world's economy. And there's this like ultimate quest, this ultimate Easter egg in the game somewhere that if you find it, you like I think you get this like mysterious prize. And everybody's after it, and people eventually like think it's myth. And then the one kid is like he's like a hunter, which he's like an Easter egg hunter, and he's one of the people dedicated to finding it.
Are you telling me the entire plot of this book right now?
doing a good job.
That's just the premise. It actually.
Oh,
goes
okay.
places.
No, but I
It's
thought
really,
you were
and there's
actually
a
going to
lot
tell
of
me
good
like
like
what happens.
80s and
Okay.
90s nostalgia in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
It's
Okay.
pretty good. It's cheesy, but it's good. I enjoyed it.
I'll consider it when I put it into my list of things I'm not doing, including reading. But Okay, if you no pants happy dance. If you could have sex with one Jeff Goldblum from any Jeff Goldblum movie, which Jeff Goldblum would you sleep with? Yeah, what character?
Can you give me 3 to pick from?
Let's see. Okay, Independence Day.
Park.
Yeah, Independence Day, Jurassic Park. What else? He's in so many movies. Those are the 2 that come to mind off the top. Or in isn't he in the Wes Anderson? Did you? I think he's in the Wes Anderson film that was recently done. Pretty sure.
I don't know.
Anyway,
he looks the same in all of them.
Yeah.
So
Would you have sex with Jeff Goldblum?
Well, I mean, this is only if I have to. Like, hypothetically.
He plays a mean. He plays in a jazz band, doesn't he? In Hollywood. Yeah, he's got a band that he plays with. So he's good with his fingers. I mean, I'm just trying to get points to Jeff Goldblum here. I think there's worse people. But anyway, so your answer if you had to
Jurassic Park, because there's dinosaurs, so that's kind of cool.
That's cool. Okay. Good to know. All right. What's your favorite type of candy bar from Cyphus? That's his question.
Good question. There's a lot of good candy bars, man.
There's a lot of candy bars.
Yeah, it's hard to decide.
Almond Joy.
Almond Joy? Really?
Almond Joy is up there.
Like, look, I'm not even knocking coconut. I love a good Mounds bar, but I personally think the dark chocolate goes better with it. And I find it weird that Almond Joy simply has one almond situated in the top. I feel like it should be like chopped almonds mixed in with the coconut. Maybe that causes like texture issues though.
Your food opinions are completely irrelevant.
Apparently, I think I've earned more hate from my food opinions on this podcast than anything I've done in my life combined. And I'm actually Hitler.
Wow.
Secretly.
You're Hitler?
Yeah. I didn't want to tell you guys that, but
you've been using the Nutella cream because you look good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Dankeschön.
Your skin is shining.
Dankeschön. I'm saying I get more hate than Hitler.
The answer is Twix.
That's not true. The answer Twix is great. Twix are great always. I like a Kit Kat. I like to put a Kit Kat in the fridge and let it sit for like 2 hours. I like a cold Kit Kat when it snaps.
Oh yeah, that was going.
Ooh.
You know where that was going, Brandon? Come on. I love a nice Kit Kat in my ass too, but that's a whole nother conversation.
I like to put Reese's in the freezer.
Yes, those
Frozen
are really
Reese's
good in the freezer.
are good.
Also, the Snickers ice cream bar. Oh my god,
those are amazing.
Those are next level.
Has anybody had it's kind of a newer one. It's not like new, but it like compared to like a Snickers or something. Take 5.
Take 5.
Those were good. The pretzel one.
Yeah, they're really good. They have like an entire like one of those like grid square shaped pretzels. They have an entire one of those in there, and it comes in 2 pieces. Each one has a pretzel in it, and then I think it's chocolate, peanuts, peanut butter, and caramel. And there's 5 ingredients. That's why I call it Take 5. So I believe it's.
I appreciate innovation like that.
Yeah, and it's just really, really good. Like you wouldn't really think to put a pretzel in it. And then M&M's tried to jump on board with the pretzel M&M's. They were just pretzel M&M's are just a shittier version of crispy M&M's, which have come back.
I don't know. I was never truly. I like crispy M&M's. Like the thing with M&M's is I can eat a handful. Peanut M&M's I could eat an entire amount. Regular M&M's I can eat a few, and then I'm like,
and then, I mean, regular M&M's are just there's not a whole lot to them. It's
chilled peanut M&M's too, actually, even though they're a little harder on your teeth. Real nice. Real good. Okay, this is actually Megan's supposed to be answering questions, not us. Okay. Fox Alive. Jesus Christ, this question. Fox Alive in chat. Have you ever spanked Dan?
What?
Not listen, let me finish. Not anything sexual, but because you're bigger than him and you can. Have you ever just smacked him in the butt?
Probably.
Okay. Like, okay, but not over the knee.
No.
Okay.
I'm not that much bigger than him. It's not like I'm a foot and a half taller.
I don't. Once again, these are viewer questions. I'm just. Reading. Okay. And there was another one that I wanted to read here before we let you go. But see, this is what happens now. I scroll up in chat. People always are like, this should be the KBMOD food cast or whatever. And then the chat is just everyone just circle jerking each other's favorite foods together.
I mean, to be fair, they ask food questions because they know we'll answer them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can't really fault them for that.
That's true. No, they know. Okay.
We also have pretty evolved opinions on food, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. We all have fucking great palates except Blah. So what can you do? No. Favorite. Okay. And last one we'll end with because this is. I just want to see how you answer this. Favorite Nickelback song.
I could not name a Nickelback song.
That's a complete lie.
That's you could.
That is not a lie. I could not.
I like you. Sorry.
But what is the name of that song? I don't know the name. I can't tell you what album it's from.
It's shit.
This is how
no
you
one
remind.
knows.
This is how I think it's remind me.
How you remind me.
Yeah,
I don't think they really have albums so much as they have just like timed.
It's called How You Remind Me.
Secretions of songs.
They don't even have a complete album.
It just oozes out of some studio somewhere.
Ooh.
Just filters into the radio system, and like
look at this
the people
photograph.
who make the decisions on the radio have no say in it. It just happens.
Oh.
Look at this
gross.
photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. No, nothing. Okay, well that's good.
No,
I mean that we just
Not
that's
a
a
Nickelback
test.
song.
If you had been able. Okay, no, this is Michael. Who's your favorite band though? What is your favorite band?
Favorite?
You have one?
I don't know if I. Definitely not Nickelback. Nothing
Okay.
Canadian.
Nothing Canadian.
Nothing
you have a thing
Canadian.
against that?
Well, Dan's a quarter Canadian, so I'm just
okay.
kind of okay with Canadian.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? If Megan is making a mixtape for one of her boy toys back in the day, what makes it on? What would have been? I'm saying okay, like 20 during your I don't know.
20 years ago, I was 12.
No, not 20 years ago. Okay. No. Like in like late teens, early 20s. Like what were you jamming out to? I feel like is this a thing? I feel like when people have kids, they like stop listening to music.
No,
Am I crazy?
No.
Okay, that happened to my parents. Like my parents don't really listen to music as much anymore.
What do they do?
I feel like I don't know.
Talk radio?
They read the Bible. And stuff.
They fucking.
I think
They sit in church and pray for their son
that's actually
That takes
It
up
takes
most
up
of
a
their
lot
time.
of time.
all day.
it's pretty exhausting having
every
such
day.
a
iPods are
wayward
pretty
phone.
frowned
It's just a
upon,
non-stop
in the
vigil for
pews.
you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a constant prayer vigil. No, I'm sure. I think they have a healthy sex life too, so I think they bang a lot. But
Good for them.
yeah.
Why do you think about that?
Why do you know about that?
Because anyway, I don't want to talk about it.
He hears it.
I've heard things back home. All right. But I need something, Megan, out of you. I need a band name. I need a genre.
A genre?
Just something, and then we'll let Dan come back.
Phoenix, bro.
What?
Or
All
anything.
Phoenix. Her favorite song to dance in
Toto.
the rain while incredibly intoxicated at
Is-
summer camp is 1901 by Phoenix.
Okay.
That
okay.
happened once.
Oh man. No, nothing comes to mind though right now.
Oh, like when I was in high school?
Or just favorite. I mean, favorite band or a band that you like.
I'll listen to anything except country
Okay.
music.
Okay.
So it's all
you're
over the
pretty
place.
open.
Polka?
I'm pretty open. Polka? Well, I have danced to polka at a wedding.
Okay.
That
It was
sucks.
fun. No, it was fun. Anything's fun at a wedding if you're drunk.
For some reason, there was
Yeah,
just like
that's
one
true.
time I visited my grandma, and just for whatever reason that week, she was on a huge polka kick, and I'm just scarred by polka because I was like forced to listen to it during like a 3-hour car ride.
Oh,
Yeah.
that doesn't
And
exist.
yeah, I was like 9. There's one way you want to fuck up a 9-year-old, make them listen to polka.
This is the thing though, when you're drunk at a wedding, like even the songs that you fucking hate, like if fucking
Oh, they
Pitbull
all
comes,
become good.
If Pitbull comes on at a wedding, when I hear on the radio, I honestly like I have a sword to commit seppuku every time I look
At a
at it
wedding,
and I
like,
really
you get
consider
down
it
to
as he's
that.
just like, yeah, like he just says the same thing in every fucking song. He's the worst. But for some reason he's popular. But like at a wedding, I'm the first on the dance floor. I'm shaking my ass to Pitbull, and it's like, what am I?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, weddings have an incredible way of.
I see you as a
Weddings are
Pitbull kind of
fun.
guy.
Yeah, you could see me. Yeah, being the obnoxious one out there to
I
Pitbull.
could see.
Oh, yeah.
I think you'd be fun at a wedding. I would go to a wedding with you.
Yeah.
And
Listen,
and
things get
girlfriend.
crazy. Things get crazy. Things get crazy. Things get crazy.
I get really obnoxious whenever there's a dance floor and drinks. Like I am there. I don't
Yeah.
know how to dance, but I do.
Yeah.
And I do it hard.
I'm very white when I dance, but I still
Yeah,
do
me
it.
too.
Yeah, me too.
Me
I think
and
we all
Scott,
probably have that trait.
Next time somebody gets married, hopefully me and Scott are there.
Yeah,
maybe
dude, let's
maybe
do
me
it,
and
man.
Scott will get married.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll just
That's-
DJ and I'll just
that's
play.
legal in
yeah.
both
I'll
of our
just play
states now.
my favorite top 40 Pitbull songs at whatever
Are
next
there
wedding.
40 Pitbull songs?
I'm sure. Yeah.
I
Or
think
they're just
that's
remixes?
literally all there. I
Like
don't,
a
I don't
remix of a
think
remix of a remix.
I don't think he has any more than those 3 songs.
Yeah. It's pretty stinner. All right, Megan. Well, thank you for coming on.
I have to talk about Spreadshirt first.
Yes, and please do.
So we have some new designs coming up this what? Oh, how close do I have to get? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Sound fine.
Sound fine to me.
Dan has to get closer because he's like half your size.
Oh, because
Yeah,
he's like
he's gotta
down
bend over.
here. We have some exciting new designs coming up this week. We have a fun little design team that have been working on a lot of stuff. This week, there's going to be 2 coming out from Spreadshirt Baby Jesus, also known as Purge.
Yes, for just the best.
Yes, Scott knows. He has some good stuff coming up.
Very cool.
Wait, dog.
Can we tease what these designs are, or are we going to just wait? Are we going to just make
I don't
people?
know. Are we allowed to talk about them? Dan, can we say what they are? Okay. I know. So, do you know what they are already, Scott?
I do. Well, I heard one. I heard one involves Gaben, right? Is that right? Okay.
I had to ask who he was. So.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Well.
Excuse me.
It's a go.
Yeah. I had to ask.
Lord forgive
Did John
me.
just hang up because I had to ask who Gabe was?
Yeah, John's gone. Turned his webcam off.
Oh. I didn't know.
That's all right. You're learning.
But he's popular, so now we have a shirt featuring him.
Very cool. That one's going to be, I mean, if it's, I'm excited. I will probably get the Gaben shirt. I want to support him any way I can when he's not fucking me in the ass when I'm spending hundreds of dollars on cases and getting nothing. Sorry, Megan, that's not an issue with you. Go ahead.
Okay.
What else besides the Gaben one?
There's one other coming out.
Okay.
Making me nervous. Creeping.
I just imagine Dan's over in the corner, just like flopping his willy out, like, and he's like trying to distract you. Like, what are you doing?
He's over there doing the helicopter in the corner.
Helicopter dick.
My fantasy is that because I can kind of
helicopter dick.
I can kind of see his reflection in the Blacklight Attack.
Can
in the
you see
Blacklight
people's
poster.
reflection in that? Because I always worry when I come down that people can
A little
see
bit.
me in the.
I just want
I would definitely be able to see that reflection.
I just want to see Dan doing the helicopter dick in the reflection
No, you don't.
of a blacklight poster. That's all I want.
I don't want to see that because then this podcast is getting banned.
That's true. That is true. God damn it. Sorry, we keep getting derailed, but you were about to say the second design, or want to hold off on that? Did we really derail everything with that? I didn't mean to
I
derail.
think so,
It's
yeah.
like the
All right.
worst mental
We've been
image.
thoroughly derailed.
All right. The Dan spin.
Get away.
All right. Well, there you go. Big shout out to Megan or KB Mom, doing all really helping and with the like you said with the team doing a lot of work on the spreadshirt
Me. It's like
and selling stuff.
Matt has been a
You want
big
to
help.
shout out your peeps that work with you.
Mr. Matty Mouse. I don't know anyone else's Twitter handle.
Okay. Yeah.
I've written
But
them
Purge.
down, made notes. Spreadshirt Baby Jesus. Purge.
Yep. Yeah.
Don't know their Twitter name. And look them up.
That's fine. That's all right.
They know who they are.
Listen, this is where the part where you just take the glory and you're really not supposed to say anything else. All right,
If
Megan.
anyone
Well,
has suggestions or requests, please let us know.
You want to share to Dan's butthole?
No buttholes from
No
Dan.
buttholes.
No one wants
what if
Dan's
it's artsy?
butthole.
What if you take it and then it just looks like we put the
Can
KB
you make that
mod
artsy?
text in the middle of the butthole, but
Yeah,
it just
Dan's
looks like
butthole can be the O.
Dan tried to tell me he was going to bronze his asshole and give it to me for our 10th anniversary this year. Apparently, you can have that done.
Really? What?
I feel like
Shout outs to Hex. He told me about the asshole bronzing.
Thanks, Hex.
Uh-oh.
If I
Shouts
get that,
to
I'm going to
Hex.
hit you with it.
Well, to be fair, I mean that's a pretty small mold, so it probably doesn't cost much.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never wanted like a just like a plethora of one thing to throw at people.
But you
Can
want
you
someone's
think of
butthole? Your
like
own?
I just want to keep a pouch of my own asshole. Right?
And just whip
like
them
how
at
much
people.
sense does that make? Whenever people like first off, bronze is pretty heavy. You whip
Yeah.
anything that size of bronze at somebody pretty
It's gonna
hard.
hurt.
If somebody pisses you off on the street, some homeless guy yells some disrespectful shit at you across the street,
Yeah, you're right.
boom, you nail him with a fucking your own asshole.
It is
like-
oddly poetic. Yeah, that you can do
It's
that.
beautiful. There's no way to disrespect someone more and also simultaneously hurt them pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
X can give you the website, I guess. You can order bulk.
Please.
It sounds like it would be painful to have made. I mean, isn't it hot when they mold it?
I would think with the mold, yeah, doesn't.
I feel like they would probably make like a plaster mold first and then bronze off that mold.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like how this is a thing, though, I'll have to check out the website.
Is there any risk of like getting a deposit of like plaster or bronze in your colon? Like, could that fuck with some stuff?
I think you just
poop
it out.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'm down.
All right. Well, this has been very enlightening, Megan, on a lot of sides. Spreadshirt, Dan helicopter dicking, which wow, I guess we're not going to get TOS for that, which is pretty hype. And bronze assholes.
Yeah, I mean,
there it is.
If I get one in July, I'll wear it and show everyone.
Yeah, definitely. When you come on the podcast, the next. Yeah, exactly. Show and tell, Dan's butthole. I want to see if it's as tight as he claims it is. Because every time I'm like, Dan, I'm going to come there and I'm going to poke that tight little hole. And he's always like, it is really tight. And I'm like, I will see when I'm there.
Goddamn.
We'll see.
Okay, well.
I got dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
It was fun.
All right, Megan. Thanks again. And
thanks, Megan.
Thanks.
We will see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Always nice to talk shop.
It is nice to talk shop. It's nice to get a woman's opinion on things, We don't always, at least on this podcast, we don't get that often. So.
God damn.
Stand back, there he is.
Welcome back.
Is that bronze asshole casting actually happening or what?
I don't know, man. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Hex just informed us that you can pass 12 pounds of brass before you die. So apparently,
I'm sure that information will come quite in handy.
All right. Well, that was God damn it. There's a Nickelback picture in the document now. This is what
I miss lookathisphotograph.com. They got DMCA'd.
Damn.
You mean Nickelback weren't having fun? All right. Viewer questions for us.
Yes.
First one from Josh MJ Bryan, Mr. Upmarket Rat. You leave home, make 3 left turns, and return home where you find 2 men wearing masks. Who are they?
What?
That's very clear. My 2 sexual partners from the night before, and they obviously are staying around for some,
Why do they have masks?
It's part of the sexual encounter.
It's where we're into that. Yeah, it's the
masquerade.
It's kind of like if you ever seen Eyes Wide Shut, except just a lot more blood and screaming.
Jesus.
No,
Sir,
I don't know.
With the right kind of mask, it's like having a portable glory hole attached to your face.
Oh man.
My mask is just a bathroom side stall.
Yeah.
Just the side of a bathroom stall. It's just my mask.
You're very strong.
With a hole. I have really big neck muscles. Yeah. My neck is mammoth.
New meaning to toilet muscles.
I mean,
I don't know.
If I walk into my house and I find 2 men wearing masks, I mean, I'm pretty much assuming that it's my time. I don't know what they're there for. Someone sent them to kill me, or I really fucked up.
I think a major part of this discussion is what kind of mask.
Yeah, it's true.
Is it a party mask? Is it a Halloween mask? Is it like a ski mask?
From Scream? Because
the mask from Scream. Yeah. There's a lot of different. Like either you're getting murdered, you're getting goofed on, you're getting robbed, you're getting
somebody's penetrated inside of you. Yes.
Yes.
Portable glory hold. It's a verb now. You've been portable glory hold.
Are they wearing the side of a bathroom stall?
There's 2 men in a bathroom stall.
If so, one of those men is very strong and probably Dan. So you're in trouble.
Under the mask it's Guy Fieri. And
and he just wants to tell you about this cash money roast beef sandwich he just had.
Dude, insane.
That is money right there.
That actually might be scary than 2 people that are actually there to kill you. If I pulled off a Guy Fieri's there, I'd be like, you know what? I can't.
No, I'm too young.
What if it was Guy Fieri and Nancy Grace?
Oh my God.
And that's who it was.
Stop.
I'm too young to hear about this dope ass homemade mac and cheese.
Dope ass, yeah. Damn it.
Wow. Okay.
I think actually, yeah. I don't know. There you go. I think those are good answers.
Guy Fieri, two Guy Fieris.
And two Guy Fieris or Nancy Grace and Guy Fieri.
Art Vandelay 024 asks, what foods that are normally served hot are better after being refrigerated and then eaten cold?
Pizza.
Oh, they have to be eaten cold. Not refrigerated and then reheated.
I think
reheating. Some things are better reheated
in here
as well. I think pizza is the clear.
Pizza. I don't think pizza's better eaten cold. I like cold pizza, but to me, it's not better.
It depends on the pizza.
It depends on.
If you get pizza with a really thick cheese on top, it's better cold. Because if it's melted, it just kind of like falls off and runs off. You don't realize how much cheese is on it.
Yeah.
In
also,
my opinion,
tacos. I like cold tacos. Weird.
In my opinion, cold pizza and hot pizza are two completely different foods.
Yeah.
They feel very different.
Yeah.
I think
I just had a food opinion that people agreed with.
Yes.
The fuck?
Did it happen? Uh-oh. You better say something offensive now, quickly. Don't fuck this up.
Holy, I think Hitler was right. Shit.
Yeah, right.
No, that's not a food opinion.
That's not a food opinion. Hitler really liked Wiener Schnitzel.
Dude, Hitler loved cold
I thought he was right. Schnitzel is supreme.
Schnitzel is really
I love schnitzel. That's what I was referring to. He had some very strong opinions about sausage.
You know what's incredibly good, cold and reheated, but better reheated is curry.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Curry is very good, yeah.
Chili is better.
Chili.
Cold?
Oh, chilled and then reheated.
No, but not reheated, though. He's not saying reheated.
I know, but that limits it so much. That limits it to basic.
I know, but I think that's the point.
When you're talking about eating it cold, you're really only going with pizza and Chinese food, and cold Chinese food is really only if you're lazy.
Yeah.
Because
can't eat cold
Chinese food is another, like pizza is your only option in this situation. So
yeah,
we're kind of expanding it to things that are better.
I'm just saying, I think the original integrity of the question that Art Vandelay 024 intended was to make us think.
Let me bring up a really good
example. There's no way Ardley asked this question and had anything in his mind, expected any answer beyond pizza. That's literally the only answer to this question.
Ooh, pumpkin pie cold.
Pumpkin pie cold. That's a great one. Yeah,
that's a good call.
You don't serve it like warm though.
You don't normally serve it warm. That's why it's hard for me to think of something because
best really cold though.
Yeah,
I like pumpkin cold.
It's like some really cold whipped cream or some ice cream on that.
Cold spaghetti is good. Come at me.
Yeah.
Cold spaghetti.
But is it better than the warm spaghetti counterpart?
There's vomit on his sweater spaghetti.
Right
Mom's spaghetti.
I can eat like a cold chicken parm the next day, but like only if I'm really lazy. I still rather reheat that, and it's not better cold. Like, and even pizza isn't even better. It's just different.
But you don't always refrigerate brownies though. You don't have to, do you? If you have, air protected cover. Yeah.
Well, like. I would say, like, if we're going to the reheated stuff, chili is always better the next day. Gravy / sauce is always better the next day. Homemade sauce.
Yeah.
You know what's not good the next day? You know what's terrible the next day?
What?
Taco Bell.
Yes.
Don't ever.
Taco Bell's day.
Soggy.
You have to throw it out. You have to throw it out.
Taco Bell.
I refrigerated Taco Bell once.
Fucking terrible. I've had to do that, like, out of necessity. I had no choice but to buy Taco Bell on my way to work and refrigerate it for later. And it was terrible. And it was honestly, I was sitting there, I was like, I can reheat this and make this terrible mushy mess, or I could eat this cold, which is just going to taste like nothing. If you eat cold Taco Bell, it tastes like paper.
It's not
like
good.
Napkins.
Well, the meat is the same grade as dog food, and the taco shells are not actually taco shells at all. It is paper that is dyed yellow and crustified with a slight bit of cornmeal on the outside. Not really good.
So
not a fan of Taco Bell.
Like what happens with Taco Bell? Like if you get let's talk about like a cheesy gordita crunch, which is one of my favorite things to get, right? If you try to eat one of those cold in the morning, the substances that were delicious and were the night before have now come apart into all their horrible pieces. Like the meat has it's no longer the meat that it was the night before. Like everything is fucked.
What state of mind are you in? What state of mind are you in that you buy Taco Bell to the point that you need to save it and reheat it?
No. What happened?
Why are you buying a cheesy gordita crunch?
Because
Why
it's
aren't
delicious.
you just fucking getting cinnamon sticks and some fucking hard tacos?
Hard tacos. Come on, dude.
I fuck with the cheesy gordita.
Soft tacos.
I have never ordered enough Taco Bell that I thought I need to take this home and refrigerate it.
You've never ordered enough Taco Bell that you had to sign for it. It means you're not a true fan. Because I've had to sign for Taco Bell, and that is the most shameful experience in the world.
Wait. Let's start at the beginning. How did you have to sign? Nick legally sign over the ownership of Taco Bell.
The one near our house, we got like $25 worth of Taco Bell between us. I don't know what happened, and this is the example. This leads me to my next thing about if you're going to get anything from Taco Bell that you need to reheat, you need to get something that's enclosed like a burrito or the quesarito, because if you actually refrigerate that and then just microwave that, all the substances will obviously in the heat. They'll come back together.
Reconstitute.
But yeah, we had $25 and she was like, the moment she came out the window, she was like, she looked so sad. She's like, I'm going to have to ask you to sign for this. And it was like clear that they don't do this very often. And I think at that place, if it's over $20, you have to sign the actual receipt for That's
because they give you, that's a second chance for you to think, do I really want all this food?
Yeah.
Scott, I have to ask. What? Are you okay?
No, listen. No, this was a different time in my life. I mean, this was a while ago. But I'm not gonna lie.
It's a dark period.
This is a dark period, but Nick and I do enjoy some Taco Bell, man.
I don't
Gecko is the best drunk food.
I enjoy it about 20 minutes after I order it. I don't save it.
Yeah. No,
you don't make it home with Taco Bell. Don't fucking lie. You eat that shit while you're driving.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
No, Taco Bell. Taco Bell, we get to go.
God, you guys are just unreal.
Look, man,
you're just not a real fan of Taco Bell.
The only situation where I've had Taco Bell in the morning, I was so hammered that I just didn't finish what I bought.
Yeah.
And then I woke up in the morning and I was still drunk, and I was like, all right, let's give this a go. This cold Taco Bell. Never again.
Seriously though, why are you even buying Taco Bell when there's breakfast sandwiches at Get-Go?
That's true.
You know, just go get a breakfast sandwich.
God damn.
Good to go.
After 40 gin and tonics, go get some breakfast sandwich. Nickelback greater than Taco Bell. You can get out.
Wow. That's the ban. Who said that? Ricer?
That's not okay.
Got him.
Next question here. I love these. I didn't see this just now, but anyway, at Still QM, if you had to identify with the U.S. state sexually, which one would you choose?
Oh,
Montana.
Just a barren.
Yeah, North Dakota, Montana, not visited
unused
very often.
Potential. Yeah. It's just a wasteland of unused potential. But you can go as fast as you want there. It's good.
But you might hit an animal.
And by go as fast as you want, I mean like 18 seconds top. That stops. She married me. Don't care.
It's too late now. Oh man.
Nobody say Florida, because then I'm going to report you as a sex offender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Florida does look pretty phallic, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but too easy.
Except it's droopy. Like, if Florida pointed upwards, it would be a little bit more phallic, but now it just looks kind of, like, soft and, not really
Florida is the soft balls.
Like, think about the Oklahoma Panhandle, for instance. Like, that looks like an erection, like, coming out from the center of the state.
Kind of.
I mean, I don't know. This is hard.
Identify.
Not California.
I need to look at a map.
What's the smallest state?
Rhode Island?
Rhode Island?
It's like asking a leading question. Like
Scott's like, all right, well, I'm Alaska.
Well, all right, in that case.
I'm gonna have to say Wyoming. I'm gonna say Wyoming because it's.
I like how we're all looking at a map.
It's huge but completely unvisited.
That's a good one.
Just a majority of the country has never been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the majority, you mean everyone but, like, your hand.
And those that are there don't want to be.
The U.S. Virgin
Not a whole lot going on.
They were passing through.
The U.S. Virgin Islands. That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
I don't know, man. No.
Big Guam.
You're just a territory. not quite to statehood yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think John and
yeah, the both of them have
explanations.
very good answers.
Yeah.
Let them. I'll have to think on it more.
You can say Alabama if you're attracted to your sister.
Is that still cool to make hick jokes about
Yes.
Alabama?
I
So
just
still
did
hip?
it, so yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a trendsetter.
You're just gonna alienate our Alabama viewers, though, which that's all I'm
All
worried
5
about.
of them with internet.
That's basically just like...
Jesus. Wow.
What's funny is Titty who streams for us.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Wait, he does?
Yeah.
Why do we allow him to stream for us?
I don't know. That's ending tomorrow.
That sounds like a mistake.
Dan's realizing it. He's like, it's okay.
Upon the
God,
revelation
that's
that
not
you live
okay.
in Alabama, we're gonna have to ask you to fuck right off. Alabama.
All right, next question. Why is? Oh no, that's not on here. Okay. Georgie Beats writes in. By the way, guys, if you want to send in questions, because we did not get very many this week, community@kbmod.com is the email, or you can tweet us when we call out for them on Sundays. Usually we get a lot. You can get that many this week, so. Georgie Beats writes in, hello, friend dingoes. Since Valentine's Day has just come to pass, I was wondering which video game character would make the best girlfriend or boyfriend in most of your cases. Personally, if Mario had stopped molesting dinosaurs and just did some plumbing for once, I have some pipes that need seeing too. Wow, he's just propositioning Mario in here. Interested to hear your thoughts and looking forward to a tasty cast as always.
So I'm sorry. What was it? What video game character
would make the best significant other?
Okay.
I think Mario would make a terrible significant other.
Oh yeah. No, that guy.
He's just cruising around the world all the time, going down pipes. Like, you don't even know where he's been.
No.
He's clearly chasing other women.
He doesn't know where he's been. He's
comes home smelling funny, and you're like, "Where have you been?" And he's like, "Well, you know."
He just keeps saying, "It's
Let
a
me smell your
Mario."
dick, Mario.
I mean, the guy knows a total of like maybe 20 words.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a me.
He knows it's a me. He knows his own name. He knows Mama, which he only says when he gets set on fire. By the way, which is way more frequently than you want most significant others to. You don't want to be worried about is my SO on fire right now? You don't want to be thinking that pretty much ever. Yeah. And with Mario, it's a pretty real concern almost always.
I mean, he's constantly killing things too, just constantly. So not Mario. We've ruled Mario out.
No, not Mario.
Anyone from Final Fantasy is just too emotional.
You know what? For me, I mean, if you want to talk about like one of the first female video game characters that got attached to, Alex from Half-Life 2.
Not bad.
She's bae.
Okay, yeah. She's
like
she's
funny. She's talented. She's
sarcastic. She's got
it all, dude. And she's like dealing with Gordon Freeman, who doesn't fucking talk. Like I would talk to her.
Oh yeah.
That's a step up from Gordon.
I mean, there.
You can't be comparing yourself to other guys, Scott. That's a destructive path.
That's true. You're right.
You can't be, I'm so much better than Gordon Freeman because I talk. No, man. Yeah. He's got his strengths. You got to respect Gordon.
Yeah, that's true. He's quiet, but he gets shit done.
That's a destructive train of thought.
Okay.
There's some good ones coming in chat. I'll tell you that.
From Halo. Yeah.
Cortana. The cooking mama. Bad call there.
Wow.
Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite. Are you kidding me? She is so complicated. That would be a nightmare. Dealing with all of her issues? Come on.
You want baggage.
Like, I want, like, the reason, I took this question seriously. Like, Alex, like, you see her character throughout that game. Like, bad shit happens, and she still doesn't give up. Like, that is a person of character. I mean, Elizabeth, maybe you could argue the same, but she is batshit insane. Like,
also, she can see all realities at once.
Right?
Like,
So she knows when you're gonna fuck up too, and she'll be telling you ahead of time.
Yeah,
which is not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like she might be kind of fun, but then like later on, when you actually have to talk with her, she's gonna have these deep conversations, and you're just gonna fall asleep.
It's not gonna be very light.
I'd go with Gladys.
You want a psychopath?
Wow, she's
psychopathic robot.
She seems like a good time.
I think Chell would be a good time. Chell doesn't talk very much.
She's another silent protagonist. That's a little difficult. I mean, I think, you know what, for me specifically, I think Shell would be pretty all right because she is a fellow person who's basically been locked in near solitude for a majority of their life, and I talk enough for the both of us. So
That's true.
Me and Shell could probably work out. Plus, she's smart. I dig that. You know, she's good at solving puzzles. She's athletic. And she could probably do some crazy shit with those space boots she's got on. If she gets to keep the portal gun, like, done.
I would say soap.
Can you think all the crazy shit we can do with that? So just look at the fucking Rule 34 art, and
God.
I guarantee it's out there.
Oh, it's definitely out there.
I don't know why I just thought of some Valentine's card that just says "Take the shot."
That would be good.
Price, Captain Price. He would always be encouraging you. I mean, there's that.
Yeah, he'd always be telling you to take the shot, man. Just like, I don't know if I should really go for this big career change. He's like, take the shot.
That's actually a brilliant, dude, a soap doll that you just squeeze them and it's motivational. It's just take the shot.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, do I do this?
Or let it pass. Or he tells you to let it pass. Like,
or
cool.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Let it pass.
Gotta make that.
Should I buy this new car? Let it pass.
Let it pass. Oh, you know all soap. Yeah.
God damn. Wow, Dale's fucked up. Anyway, next question. What is your, from @Zalus, what is your favorite breakfast condiment? That covers a lot of condiments, but
There actually, there's not a whole lot really.
The only one I can think of that's like exclusively breakfast is hollandaise sauce.
Well, yeah. I don't think we need to be looking for exclusively breakfast, just things that go best on breakfast.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, hollandaise sauce can be really good.
Salsa.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Salsa
with eggs. Salsa with sausage.
Yeah, I was going to say salsa, but then I thought hot sauce. Hot sauce goes fantastically on.
I go Cholula.
Yeah.
I'm big on the Tabasco or sriracha even, or Frank's Red Hot. All go fantastically on like your home fries and your eggs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Breakfast sandwich, something like that.
Yep.
Put it in an omelet. You can even mix it right in with your scrambled eggs.
With your chicken and waffles, you put some hot sauce and syrup on your chicken and waffles.
Oh,
so
damn!
Done that.
It's so good, dude.
Sweet and spicy.
Syrup doesn't win because I feel like syrup falls short on many things. Like it's
only good on 3 things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
like syrup is a requirement for certain breakfast items. It's
pancakes.
just that
it's
just
absolutely
that, like,
not a requirement for any.
No, I think it is.
I think you gotta have syrup on
anything you put syrup on, you just put some fucking Nutella on that shit, and it's better than it is with syrup.
Good point.
Every time.
Well, Nutella now is absolutely in contender.
Yes. But you're not putting Nutella on your eggs.
I used to like to eat pancakes. I mean, I like syrup, but sometimes I like eating pancakes with just like that were freshly hot with just butter on top of them.
Yo, a shitload of butter on pancakes?
Yeah, just a shitload of butter, dude. Yeah. It's so good.
I used to just eat pancakes with a ton of squeezed butter, actual squeezed butter, and syrup. Just the absolute best. It was terrible for me.
It is terrible for you, but it does taste really good. Yeah.
They don't even have squeezed butter in California. People out here don't know what that is.
That shit ain't even
syrup plus sausage bacon. I like the or even bacon that's sausage that's infused with like, you know.
I actually do really like syrup with
syrup.
Sausage, like maple syrup with sausage.
That's a good combo. Yeah.
All good options.
I think the conclusion is that most breakfast is really good. Yeah. So I'll eat a lot of breakfast.
We do enjoy breakfast and don't eat enough of it. I don't eat breakfast every day, and I really should because it's the best meal.
It is the best. By far. I like how people in chat are like shocked at my butter comment. Like me just putting butter and not syrup makes somehow what I just said fatter. It's like, would you like me to put syrup on it too? Like, or do you guys just do syrup with no butter? Because that's fucking wrong.
Yeah, you have to put butter on that shit.
Wrong. I don't know what
what's best is you put a slab of butter on there and you heat up your syrup. So when you pour your syrup on there, that butter melts. That shit's good. Yeah.
The thing is, sometimes if you go to a restaurant, they'll give you like a little dollop of butter, and you've got like 3 pancakes.
Yeah.
And you don't want to ask for more because then they'll give you the look like you need more butter than that.
You know what's good? You know where you can go and that doesn't happen? Fucking Denny's. I went to Denny's the other week and I got the pancakes, and they gave me like so much butter that I felt like I had to use it all, but it was way too much, and it ended up just covering.
Why would you ever feel obligated to use?
I don't know, because I have weird. I was like,
everything at Denny's is better than everywhere else in the world. Denny's is heaven.
Every diner I've ever been to has given me about 3 times as much butter as I was ever needed, and it truly concerns me for your well-being that you feel obligated to use that entire like fucking tub of butter they hand to you.
Yeah,
you might want to reconsider your butter habits.
All right. Listen. Well, that is it for episode 177 of the podcast. You learned way more about breakfast condiments than you ever thought you would. Make sure if you're listening to this on the audio that you do review it on iTunes or whatever podcasting service you do use. We received this review this week. I wanted to read it on the cast from a Mr. Christopher Hodes.
All right, my man.
I love listening to this podcast whenever I am hitting my slam pig. So shout outs to Christopher Hodes.
Damn it.
Apparently we also received reviews from Carlton Hodes, Cornelius Hodes, Chuck Hodes. And I'll read this verbatim, and I shit you not, Chodes Hodes.
The whole family's here.
Everybody, man. Dude, it's been a while since I've seen Cornelius Hodes post anything. I'm glad he's back on the social medias.
I'm surprised none of the sisters in the family came out. What about Condoleezza Hodes?
Catherine Hodes.
Catherine Hodes.
So make sure you please do review it and rate it on iTunes and on whatever podcasting service you use. It really, really does help. That is it for 177. You can follow APL at APL Fisher on Twitter, at Blacklight Attack for Blacklight Attack on Twitter, at KBMOD John, at Volition, and I am at NipNops TV. And make sure you follow KBMOD at KBMOD Gaming. Check out all the links below the stream and below the cast, wherever you are listening or watching this. And we will see you next week with Eat My Diction. See you on next week.
I wrote out all that text and I still wasn't ready for it to be read out loud.